At 8:50 a.m. on the 8th of October 2005, an earthquake measuring 7.8 on the Richter scale struck the mountainous regions of northern Pakistan and India. One of the world's worst ever natural disasters, it left a trail of devastation in its wake. Nearly 80,000 people lost their lives, and over 3 million people were left homeless. The national and global response was overwhelmed by the needs of people living in remote mountain areas, almost impossible to get to. Impact International was one of the organizations that helped with the relief efforts. Impact seconded 2 senior consultants from their offices in northern England to the International Organization for Migration. Working with IOM, the Impact consultants led field teams into the disaster zone, distributing emergency shelter in an operation called the UN's Operation Winter Race. What makes this story unusual is that the 2 consultants from Impact International were not specialists in the field of disaster relief. Impact International is a global leader in the field of sustainable business transformation and leadership development. The company designs and delivers team, leadership and talent development programs with the aim of helping other organizations become more sustainable. Giving employees an opportunity to use their skills in helping with disaster relief is seen by Impact as a way of challenging their workforce and ultimately in keeping them. Impact's pioneering internal leadership development program aims at developing emerging leaders from across the business by giving employees the chance to help out with relief and development activities. Staff within the company are nurtured and trained to develop management skills that can help streamline relief efforts in disaster zones, such as the Pakistan earthquake. Hamish Wilson, based at Impact's headquarters in Cumbria, England, is one staff member feeling the benefits of the programme.
Finding yourself seconded to some of the worst places on earth, whether it be the Congo, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, you couldn't find a greater test of management and leadership skills. So the sorts of skills that you acquire along the way are really developed in some of the most extreme environments you can imagine.
Impact gives every member of their 250 staff a minimum of 3 working days a year for learning in the community work. As well as Pakistan, the company has sent staff to a number of other disasters, including the Asian tsunami, helping set up a leadership program for HIV/AIDS in Zambia, Ethiopian floods, and most recently, the Burma cyclone that struck the southeast coast of Myanmar. For Hamish, the program is essential for the development of the company, as well as the staff themselves.
Well, I think it's essential for any organisation, whoever they are, whether it be a relief and development agency or a large multinational, to invest in its people. I mean, at the end of the day, your people are your most important asset, and unless you really invest in developing them and attracting them, keeping them within the business, then your business simply won't be sustainable.
In 2006, Impact sought to turn this work into a commercially viable enterprise and began looking at ways to take the internal leadership and development program out to their clients.
Initially, our work in the relief and development sector was purely from a kind of philanthropic perspective. However, my personal belief is that pure philanthropy is not sustainable, and so we've worked very hard to explore opportunities for creating a business proposition around engaging the commercial sector in the relief and development world. And we think by helping our commercial clients see the benefits of releasing some of their staff onto leadership development activities that make a real difference, we believe that's a much more sustainable solution than purely volunteering or offering money.
The Relief and Development Group was launched in May 2006 as an independent business unit of Impact International. The group's aim was to demonstrate a viable business proposition, working with some of the world's most pressing social, humanitarian and development issues. Although still in its early stages, the Relief and Development Group aims to show other organizations that training is key to developing their organization in every sense. By sending their staff to work in extreme conditions, Impact argues that they are learning skills that are invaluable, from working under extreme pressure and resolving conflict to negotiation and communication. And if their efforts help those most in need after a disaster like the Pakistan earthquake, Impact argue that everyone benefits from the experience.
I think that people development is absolutely core to an organisation's success. In fact, I go so far as to say that without people development, then levels of attrition are going to rise as a direct result of that. So I think what we're exploring here is one area of employee engagement that really does make a difference, not only to the organisation that's employing those individuals, but to the relief and development organisations who are benefiting.